So this here's upgrading farseer Elvira. I'll show you if she upgrades twice. She doesn't, she only upgrades once. What table is she rolling on? Which is a 1, which is the close combat upgrades. And let's see what she rolls. That is a 2, which is counterattack. So this here is the board we're going to be playing on today. As you would have seen the short little story time beforehand, they've been teleported here due to a warp storm when farseer Elvira touched the comms relay, and it also emanated from Solomon 7 around the Wraith Knight. So this is where they've ended up. They will be arriving near this comms tower here, and we'll go from there and see what they have to do to survive in this unknown realm that they're in. There is things to note. There is a giant bridge here. There is a Imperial statue here. And as well, there's a giant Nurgle tower that seems to be pumping blood into the actual tree here. So here's what the deployment looks like. Ranger is just located here. Keldrad, Belcor, the Direbender twins, farseer Elvira, Oricon, and Liliana are all just in this little clump here. Across the table, however, we have some cultists, Mark and Nurgle cultists, some plague zombies, 3 right here, Chaos Font with Mark and Nurgle, 2 Nurgle Space Marines, 1 Nurgle Obliterator, 3 cultists, right there, really blended in, you probably can't see them very well, 1 Hellbrute, and another 3 cultists right here. And that's all for now, so the Eldar have to decide on what they want to do. It's either hold the bridge, hold and capture the harvesting station, the harvesting tree, or the comms tower, or the Imperial statue. So any one of them provides a different buff after. I have no idea what it's gonna be. I haven't decided really yet, but we'll figure it out when we go. So going on to Eldar turn 1. So starting off, Belcor is gonna move his 6 inches to there. Keldrad here is gonna move up 6 inches to there. The 2 twins will move up there 7 inches. I'm gonna try my very best to remember it this time. Just to there. Oricon will move his 6 to there. Liliana will advance as well, trying to provide some psychic support. Or sorry, farseer Elvira. And Liliana will move around this side to there. And Ranger's gonna stay still. So seeing how many dice we get for psychic phase is D3. So that's 2 extra dice plus 3, that gives 5 dice total. I'm going to be casting Fortune on everyone within 3 inches of farseer Elvira, which will clip Keldrad, Oricon, and one of the twins. I'll figure out which one in a sec. So I'm going to use 3 dice on that, and it's worth registering. Failed, but I'm going to use my runes of farseer to reroll these 2 here. Getting 2. Nurgle will try and stop that with 2 dice. Nope, they do not stop it. Very close though. Keldrad, Oricon, and one of the twins has Fortune on, so they can reroll their fair armor saves and deny the witch rolls, but that's probably not going to happen for the deny the witch. Now, for the other 2 remaining dice, we'll cast Guide. Same thing. I'll put it on Keldrad, and it'll hit Belcor, Oricon, and one of the twins. And I get it with 2. Perfect. And that's my psychic phase. In the shooting phase, we'll start off with Belcor here, firing off into the Mutilator all the way up there, right there. I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to use the 2-shot. So it would be hitting on 3s. But thankfully he's guided because of both of those missed. Hitting on 3s, 1 hit. Wounding on a 4, being tough as 5. 1 wound. Obliterator here is a 2-up save, and he passes it. Ranger here will fire off into the same Obliterator. He is hitting on a 3. Hit. Wounding on a 4 due to sniper, 6 is rend. Nope. Liliana will run her 6 inches, passing through difficult terrain, just ending up there. Keldrad will advance 6 inches as well, so he has nothing to shoot at. And the 2 twins are going to start firing now. This twin here will fire off into these cultists. That will be 2 shots. Hitting on 3s with Guide. Oh no, he doesn't have Guide, sorry. 1 hit, wounding on the toughness 4, strength 4, so wounding on a 4. 1 wound, and this cultist here gets a 5-up save for the barricade, and he fails it, and that cultist goes down. It's 1 XP for him. Now now he will run, which will be 5 plus 1 equals 6. Right up to there. And the other twin will run. Let's see how far he runs. 3 inches to there. Sorry, 4 inches. He's got that plus 1 move. Nope, he's still out of range. So now Elvira will run her 6 inches to there. And Oricon will run his 6 inches to there. So we just have a morale test on these two cultists here. They're good. Perfect. And now, starting off the Nurgle turn, everyone will basically start advancing. So these guys here will move their 6, trying to gain access to this bridge here. Go into there. These zombies here will move their 6, but being slowed by this water here, which is in fact difficult to run, to there. This beast will move its 12 to there. This Chaos Space Marine will move its 6, but ends up only being 3 because of the difficult terrain. Same thing with this Marine here. Move its 4. This Obliterator here is slow and purposeful, but he will advance to... he'll just shuffle to there. This Hellbrute, I don't know what to do with him, but he will advance slightly just to there. And these cultists here will just kind of shuffle a little bit. Don't want to move the heavy stabber so it can fire full ballistic skill. So in the Nurgle shooting phase, these zombies here are going to run to start. Going just up to there. This spawn will run as well to there. This Chaos Space Marine here will run to there. Same thing with this one to there. This Hellbrute here is just going to kind of shimmy shovel a little bit more there. And now getting on to the actual shooting. So this guy here is 13 inches away from any close model, so he's not going to fire, but this auto gun here will fire 1 shot into Gillian, which is right there, hitting on a 5, which is a hit, wounding on a 4, which is a wound, and Gillian has a 4-up save, failed, but he does have fortune on him, so he will re-roll that, and still failed, so he takes 1 wound. Gillian's down to 1 wound. These two autogun cultists here are within range of Kaldrat here. They will take 2 shots, hitting on 5s, 1 hit, wounding on a 6. Nope. Now this heavy stubborn cultist right here firing into Kaldrat as well, which is going to be 3 shots, hitting on 5s, 1 hit, wounding on a 6. Nope. And we also have this Obliterator here, who's going to fire a last cannon into Kaldrat right here. So, hitting on a 3, hit, wounding on a 2, wound, and there is cover from this Marine here in the way, so it's a 5-up save. Nope, which is re-rollable because he's looking for fortune. Still no, so he takes 1 wound. Alright, so now going on to Eldar turn 2. Ranger's going to stay put. Gillian here will advance. Sit there. Kaldrat here will advance 6 inches. To there. Oricon, 6 inches. To there. Farseer Elvira, 6 inches. Just to there. And the other twin's going to advance to 7 inches. Just to there. And Falcor will advance is 6. Being so on purpose, it's still fiery heavy weapon. And Liliana will advance her 6 inches. Just to there. And Ranger's going to stay still. So on the second phase, we get D3 extra treasures. That's 3 right there. So that gives me 6 total. So starting off, I'm going to cast Fortune with 3 dice on. So it's Kaldrat, Arkan, Oricon, and Farseer Elvira. Failing it, I'm going to reroll yours with Farseer. Reroll these 2 dice. And still failing. That's how the roll scores. Next, I'm going to cast Guide on the same 4 models. I'm going to use that with 2 dice. Passing it with 1, and Nurgle will try and deny that with their 3 dice. doesn't stop it. So those 3 are now guided. And now I'm going to try and cast Executioner onto the Nurgle calls this there in front. Passes. Roll to hit. Hits. 1, 2. So the first model suffers 3 hits, result of the striker's strength of Fleshbang. So it's 3 hits, wounding on 2s. That's 2 wounds there. And AP nothing, so it's a 6-up save. Saves 1 but still dies. And then let's go on to the second model. The second and last model is 2 hits. 2 wounds with a 6-up save. Failed both, so that unit is destroyed. These 2 models here just gone. So starting off the shooting phase, Keldrad here is just within range of this, with his strength deflamer to hit this spawn here. So let's see if it wounds. Definitely does. Get the strength D hit on the spawn there. Can't make any save, doesn't have an armor, so he's now down to 2 wounds, I believe it is. I'll double check that in a sec, but I believe he's down to 2. Now going on to everyone else. Gillian here is going to fire his 2 shots into the same spawn, hitting on 3s, 2 hits, wounding on 5s, 6s are considered rend, and neither of those wound. Now going on to his battle focus, he's going to run 1 inch. He does have fleet, however, so that's 4 inches. So he's just kind of put to the side, trying stay away from the cluster. Now Oricon will do the same thing. 1 shot from a shuriken into the spawn right there. Hits on it. Wounds on a 5. 1 wound with a 5-up cover from shooting through the bridge here. Failed, so he's now down to 1 wound. And Farseer Elvira will do the same thing with her pronounced bow into the spawn as well. Hits. Wounds on a 5. Wounds, AP 3, but it doesn't have armor anyways, but it's shooting through the bridge, so that's a 5-up save. Failed, so now that goes down, and Farseer Elvira gains 3 experience for killing him because he has 3 wounds, but she's a quick learner, so it's double experience, and that's 6 XP. Arkan will fire his 2 shots into the Chaos Space Marine, that is that one right there. 2 shots, hitting on 3s, that's 2 hits. Wounding, toughness 5, so wounding on 5, 6s are considered rend. 1 is a rend with no cover between, so he will go to ground. The Chaos Space Marine will go to ground and try and get a 6-up save. And he makes it, oh no. So he's now considered gone to ground. I'm just going to put his face down so I remember. Sorry. Back down so I remember that he's gone to ground but not dead. And now Belcor will try and shoot all the way through here into the Obliterator. I'll shoot him in the Chaos Space Marine actually. I want him gone. I'm afraid of them. So I was going to use the 2 shots. Hitting on 3s. Well, both missed, and he was without the guide range, so excellent. Ranger will now fire from all the way over here into the Obliterator, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 4 because he's a sniper. 6 is rend. Doesn't wound at all. Excellent job. Let me see if Liliana is within range of those cultists. She is not, so she will run just to there. Try and get out of line of sight and get some cover. And that is my turn. So as here is Keldrad's It Will Not Die roll. And he will not die. He regains his wound. Now I go on a Nurgle turn. These zombies here will advance 6 inches. So there. This Chaos Space Marine will do the same thing. Advances 6 inches. This Obliterator here is going to get ballsy and move up 6 inches there. Just this one cultist here is just going to shuffle to the side. And this guy here will advance a few inches. Same thing with the shotgun, but leaving the heavy stepper still. And this Hellbrute will advance 6 inches. And now let's see what happens in their shooting phase. So now go on to the shooting. This Obliterator here will use a twin-linked plasma gun and fire at Keldrad right here. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. That is 2 hits. Wounding on 3s because it's strength 7, toughness 6. That is 1 wound right there, and he does gain a 5-up cover save from shooting through this cultist there, or this zombie there. And he failed it. So he's back down to 1 wound after that. It will not die. Like so. Next, this Space Marine here will fire just outside of 12 inches into Keldrad there. So that's 1 shot hitting on a 6 because he's gone to ground. Nope. These cultists here are just outside of range. They actually can't hurt Keldrad, so they'll fire at Arkan here. That's 2 shots hitting on 5s. No hits. This Hellbrew here will fire 1 shot of its multi-melta into Keldrad, hitting on a 3. That is a miss. And now the Heavy Stubber from that cultist right there will fire into Keldrad right there. 3 shots hitting on 5s. 2 hits, wounding on 6s. No wounds. And that's it for the shooting phase. Now going to the assault phase. These 3 cultists here will try and charge Arkan, or Keldrad, sorry. He has D3 Wall of Flame, which is 1, sorry. Anything but a 2. Anything but, yeah. So 6 is definitely a wound on the destroyer table, but it's -1 because it's a D side. So now he has a 5-up, feel no pain. And he fails it, and 1 goes down. Bop. Bop. And now let's see their charge distance. Double 1 will definitely not make it in. So now going to the Eldar turn, I'm going to move Gillian here. He can move 7 inches. He is not slowed by difficult terrain, so he'll move recover. So he's just going to go right there. Hold the Imperium statue. Keldrad here will move his 6 inches to there, and it'll flame a bunch of things. Same thing with Arkan here. He'll move his 7 to there. Farseer Elvira, 6 to there. Oricon, just to there. And Belcor, advance more towards the middle. Just trying to stay alive because he is majorly wounded from the last battle. To there. And Liliana will move to there. Alright, so D3 warp charges. An extra 2. So that gives me 5 total. I'm going to put 3 dice into Fortune. 3 dice into Fortune on Farseer Elvira, and it'll hit Oricon, Farseer Elvira, Arkan, and Keldrad. Failed it, but I'll re-roll these 2 as runes of the Farseer. And got it with 3 dice. They cannot stop that. Next, I'll try and cast Guide on the same unit. I'll use 2 dice. And I got it. Perfect. So going on the shooting phase, Keldrad here will put his Flamer over top of all 4 of these models. So that's 2 on the zombies right there, wounding on 3s. That's 1 wound with a 5-up feel in the vein. Nope, 1 dies. 1 on the Chaos Space Marine right here, 3 up. And that's a kill. There's no save against that. And against the Obliterator, wounding on a 3. Nope, no wound. And that's it for that phase. So that's 2 models dead. Excellent. Now, Gillian here will fire off into this cultist right there, just trying to finish them off. 2 shots hitting on 3s. 1 miss, 1 hit. Wounding on a 4. Or wounding on a, 4. That's 1 wound. 6-up save. The weapon shoots through its armor, so that's 5 film pain. And dies. Pop. That's 1 XP for Gillian. Now going on to Oricon, he'll fire his shuriken pistol into the Obliterator right there. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Or hitting on a 2, sorry, but that was still a hit anyways. Now wounding on a 5. No wound. Farseer Elvira with her Carnalis bow will do the same thing against the Obliterator, hitting on a 2. Hit. Wounding on a 5. That is not a hit, or that's not a wound. And Arkan here will fire out into the he'll fire into those cultists over there. That's 2 shots hitting on 3s. He has Guide because he was close enough. 2 hits, wounding on 4s. That's 2 wounds. One of them is fleshbane, so one of them straight up dies, and the other one has a 4-up save for being considered in ruins with the tree. And he saved, so that's 1 XP for him. He will now use his run ability. He'll move 2 inches just to there. Now Belcor will fire into the Hellbrute right there using the strength 8 shot, the one shot one. So hitting on a 3, that's a hit. Strength 8 against armor 12, so I need a 4 up. That's a 5, that's a pen. -1 to a cover save, but I do shoot through the building bridge there, so it's usually a 5 up. Now it's down to a 6. Oh, and he makes a 6. Alright, excellent. Liliana there will fire 1 shot into the cultist right there. You probably can't see so that cultist there, hitting on a 3. And he misses, and she misses, sorry. Now going on to the assault. And rolling for Keldrad's, it will not die. Let's see if he's lucky again. It's 5 up. No, he isn't, so he might die. Also, I completely forgot the assault phase. Sorry, so I'm going to do that now. Just ignore that part. Alright, so now Liliana's going to charge these cultists here. They can't overwatch because of her Howling Banshee mask. So let's see how far she charges. She does get +3. So 9, so that's a 12-inch charge. She's definitely in. So she's just going to pop in right there. Now going on to these here. Keldrad here will leadership test to see if he can charge the obliterator right there. He passes his leadership test, so now he can charge. Because his main target was actually the cultists that were here, the zombies. So let's see how far his distance is. 4 inches, that's enough to get him in. And he's in like so. Next, Oricon will charge him as well. Let's see how far he can charge. 4 inches, but he will fleet with both dice. Getting 7 inches, that is enough to get him in. Just so. And now Farseer Elvira will do the same thing. So see how far she can charge. Which is 8 inches, which is more than enough to get her in. Like so. I hate trying to get the dice out. There you go. Perfect. So Oricon goes first here. He has 2 attacks base, +1 for an extra weapon, and +1 for charge. So that's 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. That is 1 wound, or 1 miss, sorry. Strength 3 against toughness 5, so it's 6s to wound at AP 2. No wounds at all. Excellent. Next, Farseer Elvira will go next. She has 1 attack base, +1 for an extra weapon, and +1 for charging. And she will be hitting on 3s as well. That's 3 hits. She has the Witchblade, so it's Fleshbane, wounding on 2s. That's 3 wounds right there. And he has a 2-up armor save. And he fails 1. And now Keldrad will go next. He has 2 attacks on the charge, hitting on 4s, 1 hit. Strength 5 against toughness 5, so he's wounding on 4s. So that's 1 wound, and see if he can make a 2-up save. And he can! Oh no! That obliterator goes down, so that's Keldrad gaining 2 XP. They will now consolidate Oricon, consolidating 1 with Fleet. He'll go 6 inches to there. Keldrad, 6, he'll go to there. And Farseer Elvira, 4 inches, she will tuck behind there, just trying to stay far away from that Hellbrute right there. So now that's that combat done, so now we'll go on to Liliana's combat. She goes first, being initiative 5, and she does have grenades to ignore the move to cover right there, or ignore the initiative failure. So she has 1 attack base, 1 for an extra weapon, and 1 for charging. So that's 3 attacks, hitting on 3. It's 1 hit, wounding on a 4. That's a wound, and that instantly kills this guy here. And next, this heavy stubber will pile in. Attack on, hitting on a 6. Wounding on a 6. And let's see her save, which is a 4-up save. Failed. Oh no. So she's now down to 1 wound. So now going to Nurgle turn. This Chaos Whispering here stands up. these guys here. Oh no, tree knockdown. Alright, sorry, so these guys here will move to here. So they're like so to try and advance on these guys. This Hellbrute here will shimmy on its destructive force forward to there, looking after Arkan right there, trying to annihilate him. And the other cultist there is already locked in combat. So going on this shooting phase. This Chaos Space Marine here will fire off into Keldrad. 2 shots hitting on 3. Oh, no hits, even though he's literally a centimeter away. Next, these 3 cultists here will fire off into Oricon. That will be actually only 1 shot because those autoguns can't fire if they won't charge. So 1 shot from the pistol of the champion right there. And he misses. Excellent. Good job. Next, this Hellbrute here will fire 1 multi-melta shot directly into the face of Gillian. Or, directly into the face of Arkan. Hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Wounding on a 2. That's a wound, and that is 1 instant death wound. So that takes away 2 health, and I need to roll on the table. So now rolling on the table here for Arkan, let's see what happens, is a 2, which is 1 wound token, and he gets 1 more for being instant death automatically. So he's down to 0 wounds and 2 wound tokens. Excellent. So let's see if he can make some charges. So now this Nurgle Chaos Space Marine right there can't charge because it just stood up, but these cultists here can, and they will charge Oricon right there. Everyone here will Overwatch, however, because they're within 3 inches. So Keldrad's Overwatch, D3 Wall of Flame. That's 3 Wall of Flame, and his 2 wound rolls on the D table is only 1 wound, so one of them is instantly kablammed. Next, Farseer Elvira with her pronounced bow will Overwatch on a 6. Nope. And Oricon on a 6. Nope. So now they will charge in. They can't possibly fail this. To there. And let's see if the Hellbrute can charge in. And Shaboom. So there, couldn't fail that. And now let's go on to the assault results. So I'm going to start off here with Liliana. She has 2 attacks against the cultist right there. 1 hit, 4 to wound. That's a wound, and that guy is gone. That's an XP for her. Next, I went on to this phase here. Farseer Elvira will countercharge on a leadership test, which is good. And Keldrad can't possibly make it through that little gap there. So Farseer Elvira will go second, and Oricon will go first. Oricon now has counterattack, so that's 1 attack, plus his 2 base, and his 1 thriving extra weapon, so that's 4 attacks. Oh, I gotta stop dropping these dice. So that's 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. That is 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. Or 5, sorry. That's 1 wound at AP2, so that instant kills this guy here. And next, Farseer Elvira will go next. Her 2 attacks. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Fleshbane wounding on 2s. That is 2 wounds and a 6-up save. And he goes down. So that's XP for them. And now they'll consolidate. Farseer Elvira, 1 inch, and Oricon, 1 inch. But I will fleet both of those for a 2 for Oricon and a 2 for Farseer Elvira. Just gonna shuffle like so. And now this combat here, Arkan cannot hurt the Hellbrute, so the Hellbrute will attack back. He has now 4 attacks, plus 1 for the charge. That's 5 attacks total. Basically using the updated rules for them. So he's got 5 attacks on the charge, hitting on 4s. That is 4 hits. Looking for 2 ups. That's 4, and that cannot possibly have him live, because each of those are instant deaths, so that's 4, 6, and no matter what I roll, unless I roll 4 1s. I roll 1-1, but he is out of the fight. Alright, there you go. 11 on the damage chart. Let's hopefully he can live later. I don't think he can though. And now the Hellbrute will consolidate 2 inches. And he's looking at Keldrad. Eldar turn. This Gillian here will shuffle to there. Balcor there will gain within the back line of sight to there. Liliana will shuffle to there. Keldrad here will shuffle like so. Oricon will face that guy there, and Farseer Elvira will shuffle between the two of them. And Ranger, who I completely forgot about many times, is going to shuffle to there. So now for the second phase, how many work charges do I get? 2 more. So that gives me 5 total. I'm going to put 4 dice into Doom. I really want this one to go off. So this here is against the Hellbrute. I get it with a Perils, but I will dispel my last warp charge to get rid of the Perils result. So now it's doomed, and that's all my warp charges. Now starting this off, I will have Belcor right there. Fire his 1 shot into the back armor of that Hellbrute right there. Hitting on a 3, which is a hit. Wounding on his back armor is 11, so that's a 3. I rolled a 1, but thankfully I doomed that Hellbrute right there. Oh, and I still rolled a 1. Excellent choice. So that's nothing. Now Liliana will do the same thing. She'll fire into the back armor of the Hellbrute right there. Second, when I said back armor is 11, I actually meant 10. But either way, I only rolled 2 1s with him right there. So now Liliana will try the same thing with her pistol. 1 shot hitting on a 3. That's a 2, so I missed. Awesome job, everyone. Now Keldrad will fire his D-Flamer into the Hellbrute right there. 1 strength D hit. Let's see what happens on the table. That's a 1, but thankfully I doomed him, so I can re-roll that. That is a 2. That is still nothing. This is going terrible. So now Gillian here will fire into, Gillian here will fire into that Chaos Patron right there. Hitting on 3s, 2 hits, wounding on 5s. That's 1 flashbane wound, so that instantly kills him. Actually, I'll go to ground and see if you can say that. So 3 up for the regular saved, and then the 6 up for the flashbane. And no, he still goes down. That's an XP for him. Now he'll battle focus out of there. That's 2 inches. Just trying to get some distance between the Hellbrute in case he kills everyone along the way. So I'm going to have Oricon here run 6 inches. Just getting himself all the way over there. And now going on to the assault. No, I'm not going to assault. I'm making that decision. I'm not going to assault. I will, however, run Farseer Elvira 6 inches and put her far behind Keldrad here. I don't want her getting charged. And that's, so now we're going on to Nurgle turn. The only thing remaining is this Hellbrute here. I'm going to roll to actually see who he's going to go after. So those options are Liliana, Keldrad, or Belcor all the way over here. So 1, I'm going to roll on a D3, 1 for Liliana, 2 for Keldrad, 3 for Belcor. So 6, he's going after Belcor. So he'll advance 6 inches to right over top of that guy's body to there, and he will now fire a multi-melta into Belcor. So hitting on a 3, which is a miss, thankfully. Next, he'll charge him, so he'll overwatch. Hitting on it. Oh, he can't overwatch actually, so purposeful. So he automatically makes it in. No one else is close enough to charge or anything like that. So now going to the combat phase. Belcor can't hurt him, so now it's the Hellbrute. Will have 5 attacks. Oops, throwing a dice. 5 attacks, hitting on 4s. Oh, he only gets 1 hit, thankfully. And wounding on 2. 1 instant death wound, so that takes away that. Gives him 1 automatic, and I have to roll on the table and see what happens. I rolled 2, so that's an extra 1, so he's up to 4 wound tokens. That's it, and now he will see about retreating. His leadership is down by, he just took 2 wounds. Yeah, 3 wounds, and charge, so his leadership's down by that many, but he's going to choose his weapons are useless, so he will run away. We'll see if he can get caught by the Hellbrute. Hellbrute rolls a 2, and he rolls a 5. He gets away. Let's see how far he runs. 7 inches. 7 inches to bring him to about there. I'm going to bring his 4 wound tokens with him. And now let's consolidate the Hellbrute 5 inches, and he will go towards Liliana, like so. Now going to the Eldar turn. The Ranger will move up 6 inches. We will see if Belcor can consolidate, and he can. He's good. So it'll stay there. Gotta get rid of this Doom card. It's not active anymore. Gillian here will move up to there. Teldrad will advance behind. Same thing with Farseer Elvira. Oricon here will advance to there, and Liliana will move around to the side arc, towards the back arc. So now going on to the second phase, so many warp charges we get. 3, an extra 3. So once again, we're going to put 4 dice into Doom. I really want that power to go up. Got it with 2, fantastic. I'm going to cast Guide now on Farseer Elvira, hitting Gillian, Teldrad, and Farseer Elvira. And I failed it, but I rerolled that with Ruins the Farseer, and got it with 2. Nurgle will try and stop that with 3, and doesn't. And so now for the shooting phase, yeah. So I'm going to start off with Teldrad here, his Strike Deflamer into the Walker. 3s, 3-ups. Perfect, that's a penetrating hit. Let's see what happens on the chart, which is a 1, so it's just snap firing, so it's end down to 2 hull points out. Liliana will then run using Battle Focus, getting 2 inches to there. She will now fire into the back of the Walker, hitting, looking for a 6. Nope, but it is doomed. Reroll that, still nope. Farseer Elvira will do the same thing with her Pronounced Bow. Misses, but it is guided, so hits. Looking for a 6. Nope. With Doom, reroll. Nope. Now, I forget his name. I always forget the twin's name. This twin here is going to fire to the back, hitting on 3, so that's 2 hits. Looking for 6s. Oh, that's 1 6, and Doom on the other one, so I can reroll. That's a second 6. Oh no! And that shoots through and takes out the Hellbrute. And the Hellbrute goes down. That's 3 XP for that twin. That the Eldar are victorious. We need to roll on the table for Gillian here and see if he dies. And Belcor here was very close to dying. But other than that, I think this is a pretty good success. And now the Eldar get to decide on which locations they want to hold, because there is definitely going to be a storm coming of Nurgle Tide, and they want to know, and then I'll have a chance to deploy wherever I feel like holding the objectives are, which are these 4 here, being the comms relay, the bridge, the statue, and the blood tree pumping station thing that I made. So, yep, this is a pretty big success, and let's see what happens to everyone and who levels up. So here's the all-important roll to see if Gillian survives. So I roll 2d6 on a 2 to 5 is okay. 6 to 7 he has minor wounds. 8 to 9 major wounds, and 10 up he is dead. So he has taken 11 wound tokens, but that actually has nothing in effect for this roll. Oddly enough, I think it should, but however, I just roll the dice. These are the rules that I came up with before anything else, so this is the rules I'm playing with. So let's see what happens. 3, he is unconscious but okay. Huh. Awesome. Perfect.